Hi Capricorn, welcome back to my channel. This is Astrid here with your love reading for June. I'd just like to say a big thanks to all my likes, my subscribes, my comments. I never take it for granted. I really appreciate your support. I'm going to do, top row is going to be your energy for love for June, middle row is going to be the other person you're involved with or thinking about, and your bottom row is going to be your outcome for June. Right, so when I started tuning into your energy, I was getting that song by Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love. I think it was out in the 80s. And the lyrics that really stood out for me, the lights are on, but you're not home. And that just kind of says to me, the lights are on, but you're not home, as in the fact that you are maybe not seeing everything as it is, okay? You're not seeing maybe what's in front of you in regards to love, or you're overlooking it, you're overlooking something maybe a bit more important. You're in deep, so you are, that was the other lyrics that stood out. You're in deep, so you're maybe just being a bit overwhelmed possibly by your feelings at the moment, Capricorn. One track mind, you can't deceive. So you are maybe not seeing everything that's around you. That was the other lyrics that stood out, was one track mind, you can't deceive. So if you are trying to be sneaky in some sort of way, you're not pulling the wool over someone's eyes. So just be aware of that, okay? Right, okay, let's get started. The first card you've got is the Tower in reverse, and I don't know, some of these cards are in, I pulled a minute ago, I say the last reading I done was for Sagittarius, so you could be involved, there could be a Sagittarius around you, okay, or somebody with Sagittarius in their chart, because you have three same cards that they had, so that's what makes me think that, okay. You've got the Tower in reverse, so in regards to love for the month of June, Capricorn, you are trying to avoid some sort of disaster when it comes to love, alright? The Tower upright normally donates to something that's going to come crumbling down and there's nothing much you can do about it. But when it's in reverse, when the Tower's in reverse, it really talks about you're trying to avoid the downfall of a situation, or something, you're trying to avert disaster basically when it comes to love. The next card you've got is the Seven of Swords, so you could be deceiving someone, or maybe you're just deceiving yourself here, Capricorn. I feel it's one of the two. This card donates to sneaky behaviour. It talks about being deceitful. You can see here this guy is not the smoothest criminal. He's leaving evidence behind. It's like you're leaving a bread crumb trail and you are going to maybe be found out about that, okay? Whether that is to do with how you truly feel or your actions, okay? So just be aware of that energy, alright? Try to avoid this kind of behaviour, Capricorn. The next card you've got is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I want to say this is karma card, so you're maybe avoiding a disaster, but you are being a bit sneaky, or sneaky with your thoughts. You're not being quite honest. And the Wheel of Fortune donates to no human aspect or animal in this card. It's very mechanical, okay? When the wheels start turning, there's nothing you can do to stop this machine. It's well oiled, it's going to move. It's some people call this the karma card, okay? So just be careful of what you're putting out, because it will come back to you, Capricorn, okay? But it is the destiny card, so whatever's going to come into action is going to play out, and there's not much you can do to sort of change how things are going to be, okay? But just be aware, if you are being sneaky, stop it. Stop kind of having that sneaky behaviour, right? Deceiving people, it's not good. It's going to come back to bite you in the arse, Capricorn. And obviously you've got the Wheel of Fortune, and a lot of people will class that card as the karma card, alright? The next card you've got is this one here. This is a romantic feeling. So whoever you are dealing with at the moment, your feelings are real and worth exploring. So don't ignore that, okay? Whatever connection or feelings that you have towards someone either you're involved with or if you're single that you like, these are real feelings, okay? They do go both ways, all right? So if you are mucking someone about, Capricorn, please don't, because you are hurting other people's feelings as well as you could possibly hurt yourself, okay, by the way you're acting, if this is definitely your energy. The next card the other person's got is the Empress, okay? So they feel that there's fertile ground between you. They are maybe looking to bring their commitment to a higher level, okay? A higher level of commitment within a relationship or within a bond, okay? So if you're friends with someone, they maybe want to take it further. They feel that it's fertile. And they want to progress with that situation. The next card they've got, you could be dealing with a earth sign. They've got the Queen of Pentacles. If it's not an earth sign, they might have earth in their chart. If not, they're taking on this energy. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, she is upright, so she is stable, she's loyal, she's a good listener, she's a good friend. She can bring a lot of good qualities to the situation. She can be a bit stubborn, sometimes she can be a bit materialistic. She's more focused on what she has, material wise and money wise, okay, because it's in her makeup. She just wants to be secure, all right? She has got a pentacle there, it's in front of her heart, so this tells me that she could be protecting her heart, okay? So this person might be feeling a bit protective of their heart, maybe because they're not quite sure where this situation's going to go. The next card, you could be dealing with Aries. This is the Emperor card, okay? So this person is trying to not go with their heart, but they are trying to go with their head. This person's well established. They are worldly travelled. They have a lot of life experience. They're quite wise. The Emperor rules the kings, so he's one above the kings, okay, within the tarot. You could be dealing with an Aries, but if not, they might be taking on this energy. Yeah, he knows what he wants and he'll go out and get it, okay? So this guy is quite driven, okay, as well. But he can be a bit rash, so sometimes he will act on impulse. The next card the other person has is the Attraction card, and this tells me they think, you know, that this is quite a genuine situation where it's going both ways. And the advice on this card for the other person is attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So they need to live in the moment more than thinking about the future, okay? The next card we've got for the outcome for the month is the Hanged Man. So by the end of June, you might be feeling a bit stuck with this situation. You might feel that there's no movement. You feel that you're maybe a bit out of sorts. You are stuck in a rut, but you can get out of it. The next card you've got for the outcome is there is potential here for a new beginning, okay? The Aces represents new beginnings or a new chapter within love. And this is talking about, you know, like a fiery, creative, passionate start, or new chapter within love. So it can either work whether you're with someone or not, or someone new's coming along. The next card you've got is the Six. Now this Six is in the tarot talk about, in numerology talk about balance, okay? So it's about gaining the balance, okay? But the Six of Wands in the tarot talks about a small victory, okay? So there is some sort of victory that is going to be had within regards to love. Now this card is looking at the next one, and the next card is calling in your soulmate. So, you know, you might be putting out to the universe, look, you're looking for something, someone, or the person that you're with is your soulmate, okay, or the person you're dealing with. If you're single, then the universe has heard that, and they are saying your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help you bring you together. So you have to visualize your happiness or your connection with a soulmate before that's going to transpire, okay? So it's maybe not plain sailing. Right, I'm going to give you a quick recap, and while I do that, I'm going to shuffle the cards to get you some extra advice and guidance. These are messages from your angel. This deck is Doreen Virtue. And then I'm going to use Nature Whispers, and that's by Angela Hartfield. So let's have a quick recap. You're trying to avoid disaster. It feels like to me that you are maybe being a bit sneaky, but just be careful with that energy, because that's right next to the Wheel of Fortune, which can be related to the Karma card. So whatever you're putting out there, Capricorn, just make sure it's good, because that could come back to bite you in the arse. Romantic feelings. So whoever you're dealing with, you have romantic feelings. It is quite genuine. But if you're sneaking about with other options or other people, or not being honest with your feelings, that's not going to be good, okay? So the cards are warning you, pre-warning you, don't be sneaky. Just be honest with how you feel and make sure that you're not deceiving anyone, okay, when it comes to love. The other person's energy, they feel it's fertile. There is potential for this to move to a higher connection, a higher level of commitment within a relationship. They I've got the Queen of Pentacles. She is stable. She doesn't like being unstable. She is protecting her heart. She's maybe been hurt before. She's got a barrier up, and it's only because she's trying to protect herself. So this person could be trying to protect their heart. They are loyal, they're a good friend, they're actually quite funny, they have good humour, but she can be a bit stubborn, overly concerned about security and material items within their life, okay? The Emperor, you could be dealing with Aries, but he basically rules the kings. He's established, he's possibly someone, the other person could be slightly older than you. They're worldly travel. They're quite wise basically, but they don't wear their heart on their sleeves. When it comes to love, they're gonna go with their head over their heart, okay, in most situations. But they are quite passionate. They can be a bit impulsive, but they're very driven and they know what they want, and they're not afraid to go out and get it. There is a genuine attraction between you and this person. They feel that as well. They're smelling the rose. It's in full bloom. So they do have a lot to offer, and they need to learn to stay in the moment rather than focusing on has-beens and what's going to be's, if that makes sense. The outcome for the month, you're going to be feeling a bit in a rut, but there is potential for a new passionate start or a new chapter within a relationship. The Ace of Wands, okay, it could be a fire sign you're dealing with. There is a Six of Wands, so it's you trying to keep a balance. There is going to be some sort of small victory. So you could be dealing with someone who is your soulmate, or you could be trying to send out the signs to the universe to tell them that you're ready for the soulmate to come back in. Right, okay, we've got one card, Carissa, and I'll just read that to you. So the advice on this card, Capricorn, says you are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. Okay, so it's there for the taking. You're maybe coming to the end of a cycle, but you've got the karma, Wheel of Fortune. Nothing's going to stop that. That's going to go on. But just watch what you're putting out into the world of love, Capricorn, because it will come back. What advice and guidance do you have for the sign of Capricorn for their love life for the month of June, for the month of June. Orchestra Spirit, can you give me one card? What does Capricorn need to know? Okay, you've got Clear Endeavour, okay. It's a beautiful card to get. This just tells me that you've got to be clear about your intentions, where you're going. You've got to be transparent about your feelings. There's no point lying now. As I said before and have said a couple of times, don't deceive anyone. Don't lie about your feelings. Just be honest and open. Okay, that's your reading for the month of June, Capricorn.